This is the Effing 1 podcast, Australia's only Formula 1 podcast with Adam and Luke.
G'day and welcome to Effing 1 podcast. It's Australia's only Formula 1 podcast. Have we bothered to look that up yet?
Never.
Good. To Marseille, France, for the French Grand Prix at the Circuit Paul Ricard. Marseille, the second biggest city in France, host of the 1998 World Cup, Euro 2016, with the F1 Championship all wrapped up in Canada previously. That's right, we've called it. The douche canoe Lewis Hamilton has won the 2019 Formula 1 Championship. That's not to say that we're going to stop paying attention to the rest of this season. Oh no. Much like this podcast, the 2019 Formula 1 season has very little to offer, has basically no interest to anyone, and is at best mildly amusing. And just like the 2019 Formula 1 season, this podcast will be here all season trying to make Formula 1 great again. That's what we do. So buckle up as we jump headfirst, pants down, into the review of the French GP and say, Bonjour, Luc. Comment ça va? Je suis heureux de vous voir.
That's beautiful.
See my face? It looks weird.
It is. It's weird on
like
most days.
Weird Frenchman face.
G'day to the velvet vocal cords.
Oh.
What's the one thing we don't like on the podcast?
Max?
Okay, Max. But other than Max.
Lewis?
Right, other than Max and Lewis.
Grosjean with his helmet on.
Other than Max, Lewis, and Grosjean when he's got his helmet on.
Gasly's handler?
All right. Other than Max, Lewis, Grosjean with his helmet on, and Pierre's media handler.
Racism. Homophobia? Genocide.
Yeah, that's fair enough. So, fine. Apart from Max, Lewis, Grosjean with his helmet on, Pierre's media handler, racism, homophobia, and genocide, what's the one thing here at the Effing 1 podcast that we don't like? Whinging. And welcome to France, where whinging and surrendering is taught at a very early age. Welcome to the French Grand Prix.
Oh, I put my white flag up, Luke. My flag is
It's
up.
already finished. Done.
It's
Wrap.
done. What is coming up in this podcast, Luke?
Mate, we got a whole bunch of crap.
There's mostly crap, 90% crap, and just a slice of interest. We've got the, of course, previewing the French Grand Prix. We're going to visit Kimi Räikkönen.
Bit of at home with Kimi action.
At home with Kimi. Yeah, the Formula 1 world champion. We're going to check in with him. We've got the latest from the Monaco of the Gold Coast, Luke. With less water, less $1 million boats, a lot more cheap quality poor ice and burnt out cars. The Nerang Australia Formula 1 bid, baby. Mm-hmm. It's getting serious.
Very serious.
And we've got some updated news. Because something very special happened on the weekend. And we'll talk about that more a little bit later on regarding the Nerang F1 bid. Effing What segment. Love the Effing What segment, Luke. It's always spine tingler. You always have some rip snorter to share with us.
Oh, yeah.
So I can't wait to hear what you've got for us for Effing What segment. News, going to touch on some news. Exciting week of news. Got some updates coming as well for France. Mm-hmm. Time zones. You can check out when you can listen to and watch the Formula 1 Grand Prix in your neck of the woods, wherever you're joining us from. North America, South America, Asia, Africa, Australasia. We've got it all for you right here. Luke's going to tell you exactly when you can tune in. Mm-hmm. And predictions as well. We'll touch on some predictions to see who we think is going to win the race and do quite well. A good time to mention, Luke, before we do anything else, as is tradition here at Effing 1 Podcast, that we must dress in the traditional outfit, the native costumes of the featured race, out of respect. Luke, that's what we do. We show so much respect to the host country and their customs. And this podcast is respectful. Especially for France.
Are we starting that now?
We have a soft spot for France, a lot of respect for France. And today, Luke, Peter has brought out your costume. You've just popped it on. Looks amazing. Do you feel weird?
I always feel weird.
You don't have an idea of who you are, do you? It's
not something I'd wear on most days.
No. But for a podcast, it is comfortable. Maybe?
For podcasting, of course.
Yeah. So you, sir, are the French astrologer, physician, fortune teller, best known for his 1555 book, Les Prophéties. There's a bit of gas come up there.
I prophesized that.
Prophesy some gas coming up. Michel de Nostradame. In Latin, Nostradamus.
Nostradamus. I'll give you a prediction.
Is this podcast going to be listenable?
Barely.
Will it be slightly interesting or mildly amusing?
It will always be mildly amusing to people with low standards.
Yeah. And
Thanks for listening.
And low self-esteem. So you're wearing your black tea cozy hat and black gown, looking very medieval and very sad. Me, on the other hand...
Because I know what's going to happen in the future. That's why I'm sad.
That's true. You know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
There's the Crusades. That was unpleasant.
I predicted so many things. A couple of them got it right, and they think I know everything.
Yeah.
I got majority of things wrong.
Yeah.
But the things I got right... Whew.
Did you predict the 2019 Formula One Grand Prix world champion, Nostradamus?
Yes.
Yep. Well, it doesn't take a fucking Einstein, does it? We've already fucking determined who's going to win it. We know it. We already know it.
Yeah.
I, on the other hand...
I knew you were going to say that.
Producer Peter's picked out a little outfit for me.
It's very little.
Very little. I'm dressed as the heroine of France for her role during the 100-Year War against England.
Sorry, I thought you meant heroin.
Yes. No, that would have been a different uncomfortable...
That's the Nerang Grand Prix. Saving that for the Nerang
There's
Grand
a
Prix.
lot of that in Nerang.
That'll be Miss Heroin.
Yeah. That's right. They don't have like a Miss Nerang. They have a Miss Heroin. As I just stumble out of the drug shed.
Just rolls out.
I've been canonised by the Roman Catholic Church as a saint in 1430 and burnt at the stake at just 19 years old. I'm dressed as Joan of Arc in my custom-made shining armour, brandishing a sword and a silken banner.
I wonder if that's like a veal. A 19-year-old's quite a young person.
It's young, isn't it?
So it'd be quite a tender meat.
Yeah, very
It's
supple.
like the human veal.
I'm a virgin at 19 back in those days. Yeah, I would have...
Were you a virgin at 19?
Was I?
Yeah.
Probably. Yeah. I mean, I didn't always have these good looks.
You didn't?
No, I wasn't. I was very weak as a boy.
As a man, you're
dear.
a man.
So we are going right back with history with these outfits. Very comfortable, sort of.
Mine is.
Mine not so much.
I'm wearing nothing underneath this.
Yeah, you wouldn't. And I'm in the metal bloody armoured suit. But you can check us out on Instagram. Check our photos out. Always makes sense when you dress up for a podcast. Always lovely. Now, let's get into the French Grand Prix, Luke. It's time to do Luke's lap slightly differently. Because we don't have the PS4. We don't have Paul Ricard on the PS4, do we?
Yes, I thought about getting the new Formula 1 2019 one, but it's not out until the end of the month. I think the 26th. I think everyone's looking forward to that one. So I've only got the 2017 one. 2018 couldn't give a fuck about. So we're going to commentate Lewis Hamilton's pole lap from last year's Grand Prix. Now, if Adam didn't say that I didn't have it on the PS4, we could have got away with me driving a very, very good lap.
Sorry about that.
But you screwed the pooch.
Sorry about that.
Thanks.
But no one would have believed it because it would have been too good.
They believed it in the solo episode because I didn't have that one either. All right, here we go.
True.
Lewis Hamilton, pole lap, 2018
Trust me, we would have
French Grand
believed
Prix.
anything in that solo
Yep.
podcast just so you would stop. Just so you would stop
Let's
it.
fast forward this. All right, here we go.
Here we go.
Lewis Hamilton going into the last corner. I'm sure he flips open his DRS. I would have.
Yeah. Fast. Super fast.
Better than 330 Ks, long straight, braking hard to the left-hander. That's where Vettel and Bottas had their incident. Turn 2, right-hander. going left. There's a lot of blue and red on the side of the corner, braking hard,
So much
bouncing
runoff.
over the curbs right and left. And this is where everyone was cutting corners like stupid people.
Yeah.
He was on the Ultra Mega Super Hyper Softs last year, as you can tell by the purple colouring. Now we don't have that one anymore. What corner are we up to? Don't know. DRS, open. He's gone to a 58% brake balance at the front. He's in gear 8. Long. Braking hard. Left. Hit that curb. Just brush it onto the right.
Beautiful.
Down to 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th. I wouldn't have chosen 7th.
There's
8th.
There's 8.
57 brake balance. Back to 56. Long right-hander. It's kind of a double apex as you go down into this long right-hander. This is where Valtteri took Ricciardo around the outside. Very impressive
nice.
move last year. Cutting back to the left. What, he's in 4th gear. I would have chosen 3rd just to keep the revs up. That's me.
That's what you do.
7th. Holding in 7th. Goes down to 5th, 4th. Interesting gear choice there. Down to 3rd. I would probably went to 2nd. Yeah, too much wheel spin. Probably right to be in 3rd. And over the line for the pole lap of the French Grand Prix.
Look at that. Look at that. And he had his watch on his glove. Completely pointless.
It's a
'cause
fake watch.
It's a fake watch.
Wonder if it changes the time. Wonder if that, like it's hammer time. Wonder if it just says hammer on it.
That would be clever. And it beeps. All right, Hamilton. Hammer time, big fella. Talks to you.
Wonder if he does like a little MC hammer dance inside the car.
Yeah,
There's not a lot of room, but
Yeah. A lot of runoff on that track, Luke. I've noticed there's a lot of room to drive poorly and get away with it.
yep. So it'd be good for me, especially on the PS4 after
Yeah.
my last lap. So Paul Ricard was a test track. It used to be called the HTTT, the High Tech Test Track, where they could artificially water the track and also have a variety of different track layouts, which I'll get into the Effing What segment. The great thing about this is if they ran wide, you're not going to damage your car, so you can continue your test program. So if you crash a car like they did in like Barcelona, Ricardo crashed, a few other guys crashed in the preseason testing, that's it. You know, it could take a couple of hours, but if you've got so much runoff, you've actually got possibility to go back to the pits, change your tyres and get strapped back out there, or make a subtle change if there's something wrong with the car. But you're not going to crash your car and ruin the rest of your day. So that's the reason why Paul Ricard has so much runoff, because of the testing facility that it was.
I mean, you could basically take a detour, drive over to where your mum's sitting, say
G'day,
g'day,
Mum.
maybe high five some mates, pop down and get something from the bakery, and still not go out of bounds, still not go on the rough stuff where it's
Yeah.
going to ruin your tyres.
It's all trackside.
And you're back on for your lap.
Yep. And you look at like the first sector of the race last year, they all just scattered like mice.
Yeah.
Because there's no penalty really unless they just straight off just cut the corner. I think Max did it into the first corner because he was trying to avoid the Vettel-Bottas incident. And he ended up getting second. So,
It's like the anti-Monaco.
yeah.
You can pretty much do whatever you want.
Oppo Monaco.
Yeah. But I guess in a way that's kind of good. I mean, you're going to see a lot of overtaking early up. You know,
Yeah.
there's a lot of room on the road.
Yeah, your late breaking passes, you know, just like with Bottas did around Ricciardo last year around the outside was an impressive move. But yeah, that was the lap. Not done by me, Lewis Hamilton.
But Lewis,
few dodgy gear changes there. I would have,
Well, that's what I was
chosen.
thinking. I think you would have done a better lap. Well, you could have done a lap.
I could drive that Mercedes to at least 40% of what he did.
Yeah, not even that.
I'd still be going around the track. Wouldn't have any heat in the tyres.
No, it's very cold, spinning off. Who's the previous winner?
Previous winner is the man who got pole
Lewis
position,
Hamilton.
Lewis, the douche canoe Hamilton. The Paul Ricard circuit is 15 corners, 6 to the left, 9 to the right. It is a 5.842 kilometre track. We're doing 53 laps there, Adam.
Only 53.
Only 53. The race distance will be 309.69 kilometres.
How long is the actual track in total?
5.8.
5? That's not as long as the Nerang.
Nowhere
Grand Prix,
near.
Luke.
No, you've got another 1.4 Ks.
Correct.
Before you're going to hit near the Nerang Grand Prix.
The proposed Nerang
Niki
Formula
Lauda
One-
ring.
Yeah, that track, the proposed Nerang Formula 1 Grand Prix track, would be one of the biggest.
Yeah, it'll be longer than Spa
Yeah,
by
right.
about 200 metres.
Yep.
Yeah.
Impressive. Pole position was, of course, Lewis Hamilton.
Yep. Verstappen came second to Raikkonen. Those were the previous podium places.
Tyre choice for the weekend.
Tyre choice. We have the C2, C3, and C4 tyres. So the three middle compounds. The C3 will be the soft. Sorry. The yellow is the medium, and the white is the hard tyres. The C2 is the hard tyres. And interesting, I was on the Dan Ricciardo Facebook page, and I checked out what people were saying about the tyre choices, and they were a bit melancholy that Daniel's got two hard tyres where Hulkenberg has two medium tyres.
Oh.
Now, I just want to explain what that means. So as they've mentioned in a variety of other podcasts, unfortunately not ours yet, Nico Hulkenberg and Daniel Ricciardo have very similar setups. They're not far off each other in terms of how they set up the car, how they like it to be driven. So on Friday is their long run pace. They're testing their cars to get a representation of tyres for the race. So Daniel will be running the hard tyres and Nico will be running the medium tyres. They will go through the average lap times, what the tyre degradation is like, take that into account and go, right, that for race, we're going to either go with the mediums or we're going to go with the hards. And that's why Ricciardo has one more hard, so he can do that running. And then at the end of that Friday, they still both have one each,
right?
A fresh hard and a fresh medium.
Depending on what they choose to do.
So what they choose to do.
Clever.
So that's the reasoning why one driver will have one tyre compared to the other, because they just want to make sure where they're going to go with their setup for the race and which tyre is going to be more suitable for them when it comes to race time. So that's why.
All part of the tactics of a Formula One team.
Yep.
And that's not exclusive to Renault. I dare say a lot of teams will be doing the same thing to figure out what tyre choice they'll be using.
They sure do. Albon and Kvyat have done the exact same thing. Kubica and Russell have done something similar. Kubica's got two hard tyres where Russell has three mediums. So yeah, there's a variety of different choices. I don't see how Russell... I'm looking at the Pirelli guide, and it says that Russell has 9 softs, 3 mediums, and 1 hard, which doesn't equate to 13. So I don't know what the fuck they're doing there. It's effectively he's got an extra medium tyres, which I think they've got that wrong.
Right.
But there should only be 13 tyres for the Grand Prix weekend. So Hamilton, Bottas... most of the teams have gone with one hard tyre, one set of hard tyres, 3 mediums, and 9 to 10 softs. So yeah, should be interesting.
Weather, are we expecting any rain in around Marseille?
No, we are not. We are not
shame.
going to get any rain. It'll be Friday top of 27, Saturday top of 28, and completely sunny on 28. Bit of cloud cover Friday and Sunday, but a top of 29 on Sunday. So it's quite warm.
Strike that variable from the race. Most likely no rain.
Into the bin.
Into the bin it goes. What about the times of the race, Luke? What can we expect when we are sitting on a beach in... let's say Florida. Do we have or the United States East Coast?
Florida is on the East Coast, that's correct. It is 9:10 on a Sunday morning.
Gee, that's a good time, isn't
It's
it?
a nice time for a Grand Prix.
You've had your coffee, your toast.
The rest of the day ahead of you.
Yeah, kids jump on the trampoline. I'll be out, I'll be daddy's inside for a bit. A bit of daddy time.
Jump around in the indoor trampoline.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be watching you out there. So we've got New Zealand and Fiji. 1:10 Monday morning. On the east coast of the Australia land, 11:10.
Hey, that's pretty good for us.
Sunday night.
We'll take that.
Yep.
11 o'clock at night. That's not bad.
You can deal with that one.
I can deal with that.
So the West Australian coast, your old digs, and Singapore, 9:10 p.m.
Oh, it's bloody perfect.
That is perfect.
That is bloody
I'm a bit
perfect.
envious of that.
Yeah.
And they're incredible, everything that's in Western Australia is just...
Sun setting over the beach, over the water, that is, over the Indian Ocean, that is an absolute highlight.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yep. Whale sharks, manta rays, great whites, you name it. Amazing things in West Australia.
Yeah, Perth is the most isolated capital city in the world. I think the closest is Jakarta, Indonesia.
Great
Closer
wine.
than Adelaide. Good
I don't
wine.
drink wine, but I've heard great things about the West Australian wine.
Yep.
Okay, so the west coast of the United States, 6:10 a.m. Sunday. The UK, 10 past 2 p.m. Amsterdam, Sweden, Cairo, 3:10 p.m. Bangkok, 8:10 p.m. on the Saturday, I believe. Sunday. Sorry, Sunday.
Yeah.
Reykjavik, Iceland.
Iceland.
For our Icelandic friends, 10 past 1 in the afternoon.
Nice.
Nice place, nice time. Galapagos, 10 past 7 in the AM.
Galapagos Islands.
Yeah. For those water dragons and all the other things that like watching Grand Prix. People.
Yep. The HMAS Beagle. Charles Darwin's boat where he discovered all the Galapagos interesting animals and wrote his book. I don't know, actually, where the HMAS Beagle
Figure
might
that
be.
one out for the next one. Honolulu.
See, that'd be a nice place to watch it, wouldn't it?
But
What's
10
it?
past 3
Oh,
a.m.
that sucks.
That's shitty.
No, not good. Not good.
Lima, Peru, 8:10 a.m.
You can sit on a lemur and watch it in Peru at 8:10 p.m.
a.m.
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 Yeah,
And
yeah.
Helsinki in Finland, 10 past 4 in the afternoon.
10 past 4.
They are your race times.
Well done. Very handy. I'm going to book it in 11 o'clock at night. I can handle that, Luke.
You can?
Yep. I'm going to catch the at least the first half the race before I be up for the kids.
Yeah.
When they wake
Your
up
kids
screaming
get
in
up
the middle of the night.
stupidly early.
Stupidly.
Yeah.
What about some news, Luke? In the world of Formula One, what kind of news?
Well, there's upgrades galore. Honda have brought an upgrade for their engine, which they really needed to. But it's going to Mad Max, the Gasman Gasly, and the Missile Kvyat.
Oh.
Albon, fucking bubkiss, gets nothing.
Nothing.
Right? Just proves, Honda, Japanese, Alexander Albon, Thai, a little bit racist.
Oh, interesting.
You think, oh yeah, they're just No, it's not just Asians. Japanese, Thai, not the same. Racist.
There you go.
They don't like the Thai people. That's
No.
why let's give out 3 to 4. Really? Come on. Give it to Albon. Ferrari's got a few upgrades. Mattia Binotto's
They need some serious upgrades.
not confident that they'll have it this weekend. But there's a lot of long straights similar to Canada. But there's some good slow corners that the Mercedes look like they might have the upper hand this weekend. Renault, Daniel Ricciardo's team, all our hopes are based on this new upgrade they're bringing. They're saying it should throw them clear of the midfield. So that means they'll be closing the gap to Red Bull Ferrari.
Be a standout fourth best team.
Yes. So the same kind of thing that happened in Canada, that's what they're aiming for, to be clearly ahead of everyone else, but a little bit further away from them and bringing in a little bit from...
Maybe sneaking in, getting amongst the Red Bulls.
I reckon.
Yeah.
Oh, he'll get Gasly's fucking shit, even though it's a French Grand Prix.
Gasly's in trouble.
Yeah.
He needs to pull his finger out.
And Grosjean has a new helmet this weekend.
Oh.
He's got a designer, put some fancy lines on it. It's a bit abstract.
Yeah.
I like it. It's a...
What's the motif? What's the design?
It's sort of pink lines towards the front, white lines towards the back. It's kind of very geometric and...
Okay.
Yeah. It's a little bit odd like Daniel's.
Yep.
A little bit left of centre, even though Daniel's on the side of his says stop being them, so maybe you should stop trying to be Daniel Ricciardo. Or just stop whinging.
Who doesn't want to be Dan Ricciardo?
Oh, I know.
Grosjean certainly does.
Would you like to be Daniel Ricciardo?
I'd like to see Grosjean on his helmet. I want to be Dan Ricciardo.
I want to be like him.
I want to be like that guy.
on the
Yeah.
other side.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah. So that's the news. That's all the news I've got.
Good stuff. Good news. What about Effing? What?
Effing what?
Will you tantalise us with some intriguing facts, Luke? Some a little morsel of deliciousness.
So we're going to talk the French Grand Prix because we're previewing it, so I might as well talk about it. The interesting thing about the track, we were talking a little bit about it earlier, about it used to be a test track. Now, what it can be done is The Paul Ricard track has 167 possible track layouts.
What? How many?
167.
Different tracks
Yeah.
within
Yeah.
the Paul Ricard
Yeah.
track.
Yeah. So they can change corners, change which way it goes, change everything.
Every corner they could possibly just they could redo every single
Redesign,
corner,
re-alter it. Yep. So you'll see them going down the straight. There'll be one that could go left. There'll be one that could go right, and then it cuts back in front of each other. It's quite odd.
Wow.
So 167 possible circuits, making it
Is that the most flexible track?
one of the world's most versatile circuits in motorsport. I can't really think of another one that would be more versatile.
Well, yeah. Certainly not Monaco.
You can say, oh yeah, it's one of, just because you're not looking deeply into the others, but
That's got to
I
be.
can't think of another track that you can change it that often or that, be that versatile.
That's amazing.
But yeah, so that's
And how
a
do they
bit of-
determine that they're going to... This is the circuit for this year? They don't change it year to year.
No. Because it's the longest version, they'll keep it the same. They won't change it up.
They keep it the longest.
You know what they
version.
should do? Mid-race, change a corner.
Change it up.
Oh,
Dude.
I mean, that is a very good idea.
Fantastic.
We are just making F1 great again.
That would be amazing.
So it's just like a light that just tells them to go right all of a sudden
Yes,
instead of
yeah.
left.
You have to improvise.
Yeah.
Drivers got to think on their feet. They
And the
can't
track's
get
going to be a
away.
little bit dirty because they haven't driven that way the whole weekend.
Suddenly they're on marbles.
Oh, I like that
Oh,
idea.
snap. Look at this. There's crap everywhere.
That would be
no
good.
grip. Oh, that'd be amazing. And what race control have a little button. Just little... Push the button. The corners
So it needs to
change.
happen at a part like where there's a decent gap in the traffic so it can come up and people can recognise, and it just has these green lights coming up in front. I think like hologram
How
things.
did we not think of this with our proposals for making Formula One great
We
again?
just did. We
But
can't always just...
Previous to this, I'm surprised we didn't think about this earlier.
No, but no one else has.
No, but
So we're pioneers right now. Even thinking of it right now,
Right
we're ahead
now.
of anyone else.
right now.
Right now.
Now. That is genius.
Yeah.
That is, if that doesn't keep Formula One interesting in a season that is
And we
so
could do this in every
uninteresting,
track.
every single. Well, for the rest
Monaco
of
might be tough.
We're going to need to for the rest of this season because this
Yeah.
season is very rapidly becoming pointless and boring. 7 Grand Prix by Mercedes, 5 from Lewis Hamilton wins. We need something like this.
Changeable tracks. Not just
Changeable
changeable track conditions. Not throwing pinatas on the pit lane. This is how you make F1 great again.
Bloody hell, mate! We need to. Do we need to work this through more, or we just lick it and send it now?
Lick
to
it and send it.
Liberty Media.
Yep.
All right.
Express.
Get the
Express
envelope.
pigeon.
Where's the MP?
Get the express pigeon out.
Get the pidge. Get Speckled Jim. We need Speckled Jim. Is he all right?
Oh,
He hasn't been
no.
trimming his wings, has he?
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Speckled Jim looks horrid.
Oh, God.
Looks like he's been in a cockfight.
Basically,
Pete, have you dressed him up as a rooster and taken him to the cockfights
have you
again?
been slapping Speckled Jim with your cock? Oh, he looks unwell. Poor old Speckled Jim. That's all right. We'll nurse him back to
I
health.
didn't even
We'll
know
nurse him
birds
back to
could
health.
get chlamydia.
No. Well, that one did. That one did. That's all right. We'll nurse him back to health, and he'll be fit and ready to deliver this wonderful idea to Liberty Media in no time, Luke. Give him a week to recover.
How long does it take to train a new carrier
I
pigeon?
don't know, but he can't look at a cock now without
I think.
getting all.
Aren't we
the
going to
shakes.
fire him?
Who?
Pete.
Yeah, we're gonna. We have to. Yeah, let's not do it on this podcast.
Next one.
It's too fresh, too new.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
We've just yelled at him.
I think we need to fire Pete. Let's just be honest.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll talk about that next week because he's got to go. I mean, just for what he did to Speckled Jim, if nothing else.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Is that-
It's our favourite pigeon.
It's your favourite pigeon.
My favourite pigeon.
Yeah, I didn't like him at all.
No,
He
yours.
gave me a weird look.
Yours is Eric.
Eric's strong. He keeps running into walls, but he's strong.
Yeah.
He's never been outside. What do you
Sponsored
expect?
by the Stroll family.
It's a terrible homing pigeon who's never been outside.
Speaking of homing pigeons, what a perfect segue.
Oh,
The update from the most exciting proposed Formula One track
Oh.
in 2020, Luke. The Dutch GP
yep.
or the Verstappen, talk about dull.
Oh.
Oh, God, no. A race covered in orange, dedicated to a spoiled, angry brat. No, thank you. The Vietnam GP. Now you got my attention. Good food, not in boring Europe, and Your money goes a long, long way. The only place I've ever been to, I was literally a millionaire when I went to Vietnam. I took out 100 Australian dollars and I got 1.5 million dong out of the ATM.
That's a lot of dong.
That's a lot of dong. And I was a millionaire. That was a good day.
Did you fan yourself with your wad of dong?
Yep. Yeah. It's a lot of money, a lot of dong. No. We mean the Little Battlers GP, the Formula One race that represents the working class, the forgotten people, the downtrodden, the slightly inbred. The little mouse that's been dropped into a bucket with the only thing left to do but to make butter. That's what this racetrack is to the world. It's the Monaco of the Gold Coast, the Nerang Grand Prix, Luke. Melbourne track is out. Nerang is the saviour of the sport that is only for the elites. This track will be for everybody.
Yep.
It's a beautiful track.
Effing one for everyone.
Effing, thank you, Luke. That's beautiful. It's a street track, heaps of DRS zones, great overtaking corners, very little safety. It's brilliant. Not only is it exciting on the track to race, but also off the track. Crime levels are comparable to Rio de Janeiro. If you see this race live, you'll probably be very happy to get home alive. There's a good chance you won't come home. It's that dangerous. The mayor's on board. Locals are on board. The petition, how many signatures do you reckon we've got now?
How many?
17.
Oh, snap.
High five! Yes! So
Great success.
you could say very popular in Nerang.
Oh, in Nerang, that's very popular.
Yep.
Most people don't know how to read or write.
No, that's so true. But most of those signatures are X's.
Oh, yeah.
But that's fine. They count.
None of them have been plagiarized.
No.
That's all legitimate X's.
That's right. Good news is, we, on the weekend, drove the track.
We
Luke,
sure did.
on your very fast
Speedy, zippy, punchy.
Hyundai i30.
Oh, yes.
That car's got some pickup.
Not for women.
No.
Not in terms of speed.
Has it helped you pick up
No.
the Hyundai i30?
No.
How many years have you had that car?
Oh, well, I
Does
haven't
it
had it.
coincide with the amount of time that you've been...
I've
without
only
the
had
ladies?
it for about,
3 years, isn't it?
No, about 6-7 months I've had that car.
Oh. What did you drive before that?
I'd buy a 1994 Ford Telstar TX5 Gia.
That's not helping.
No, that didn't
How
help.
many years do you have that?
I had a girlfriend when I had that car, thank you very much.
Okay.
I had that car for a while.
Yeah. Okay, so it's not the car.
No. It's not the car.
It's not that car, but the Hyundai i30 is not helping.
No, it's not.
But very good to sticking to the speed limit,
Of course.
we've noticed.
The podcast doesn't have speeding fine money. That's why I didn't
That's
speed.
true.
But
That's true.
the one thing about the Nerang Grand Prix circuit, which I, having the previous idea about how to make F1 great again,
Yeah.
I had an idea. And so where they turn right from the Daniel Ricciardo second corner next to the Woolies,
Yes.
and you go right past
Good Woolies.
what's his name? Who's the drug lord down there?
Oh, Terry?
Terry, who's dealing drugs on the side of the road.
Yep.
Instead of turning right there, you go straight.
Oh.
You go straight through there. This is the Vettel shortcut.
Oh, the Vettel, when he goes off.
Yep. So it's the
Hamilton's behind him.
Yep.
Does a little squirm, goes off.
it's the Vettel shortcut.
Brilliant.
It's like you get a wild card lap. So at any time in the Grand Prix, you can choose the Vettel shortcut and cut straight across
But
to
only once.
only once in a race.
Every driver gets
Vettel
shortcut.
one opportunity to take the Vettel shortcut. You can do it at the start of the race, you can do it at the end of the race, whatever you want to do.
This is very much Mario Kart, and I'm
Yep.
loving it.
That's it. That's it. We want to spice things up and, alternate tracks. You go, no, one lap in the race, you get to make a shortcut. I think they do it in the World RX. That's the sort of rally cross
Yeah.
road. They race on tracks and then they race on a bit of gravelly, muddy shit and then they come back on the
Gee,
track.
that's genius, Luke.
So that's the Vettel shortcut. And I've just named it the Vettel shortcut after what had happened in the Canadian Grand Prix.
And that's the beauty of this track, the Nerang Grand Prix, is we can implement all these wonderful ideas we've had to make Formula One great again, and we can implement them in this track. So we could then have the pinata that we've always talked about, the whacking stick. Drivers can whack it when they get bored, and then shit spills out, and it's mayhem.
Yep. And
Safety cars.
what else do we have at the Grand Prix trackside that is going to bring the people in?
Hot dogs. Pies. Sausage rolls.
There's also
Is it food related?
we've got
Souvlaki.
the prostitutes,
Oh, yeah, sorry.
trackside prostitutes.
Well, then meat, yes, definitely meat.
And they
Prostitutes.
had, you'll hear it when we do the lap, you'll see and you'll hear the description of this whorehouse. But there's a whorehouse there.
Yep.
We also have Terry dealing drugs on the side of the road.
Yep.
He is actually a vendor.
And just going back to the whorehouse, just quickly, the midday week girls, reasonably priced.
Reasonably priced. They do have some bullet wounds.
Yeah, not that. I mean, you probably want a
Couple of teeth between them.
Not pretty, but reasonably priced. So good for Grand Prix. You know, if you haven't got a lot of spending money.
Yep.
It's fine. Sorry, and you got Terry.
Terry.
You might need the drugs before you head to the.
And we've had a bit of inspiration from Roy and HG.
Yep.
That there will be a nude section.
Brilliant.
So it's in between the two hills.
Yep.
There's a grass section on the right-hand side. All nudes.
Just for the nudes.
Yep.
Yep. Just for your blue.
A complete nude section.
Yep.
No fancy business, just watching the Grand Prix naked.
Yep.
How many people go, I really want to watch this Grand Prix naked?
Yeah. I want to feel the sound waves hitting my naked bits.
Yep. It will reverberate straight through your nutsack. Beautiful moment. There will be free sunscreen, and there'll be special Todger and Vag sunscreen.
Yeah.
Because it's more sensitive down there.
Yeah.
You can't just put any sunscreen on your genitals.
Todger, and for beavers. Beavers and Todgers. That's
Maybe some kind of Effing 1 podcast, like crotch hat.
Merkin? Yes.
Like a little crotch visor.
A crotch visor. Keep the sun off.
Yep.
That's lovely.
Comes in 3 different sizes.
Yeah.
Wee, not so wee, and friggin' huge.
Yeah.
Look, these are
Brilliant.
the great
Brilliant.
highlights of the Nerang Grand Prix.
Wonderful feature. The naked hill. Before you get to the hill.
Yep, that's down the hill
Down
before you
hill,
go up the hill.
The hill.
So the
named
Graham
after
Hill,
the
Damon Hill.
Graham Damon combo. And then you got the Ifland,
Righty.
the righty.
Yep. Which goes on to the Schumacher sling.
We did have we had a bit of a dice with the law enforcement on
The red, white, and blue.
Yeah, we did, didn't we? We did a drive around the circuit. We put GoPros all over your Hyundai i30, and we had cameras facing us outside. We did get there's a bit of a skirmish with the police. We won't go into too much detail. Check it out for yourself on Instagram and Facebook. That'll be getting posted relatively soon. We're still going through the legal technicalities of what the police will allow us to show and what they won't. So once we figure out what they've confiscated some tapes.
Yeah. Yeah.
So when we figure out what we can get back from the coppers, then we'll post that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that was fun though. What a track! It was a great day.
I think it's a great track. You know, you'll see corners if they some of the roundabouts won't be there. They'll be opened up just as they do to other places. We'll open it up and it'll be a good track. Some good undulating corners.
Beautiful, scenic. And there are some great spots where you come up to the top of the hill, not hill, just before you go down to the school, I think it is, and you get the hinterland view. What was that? I'm not sure where that little undulation was, but that was pretty.
That was at the end of the Sir Jack Brabham Strait.
Oh, and then you've got the koalas.
There's koalas. There'll be a koala pedestrian bridge.
We are going to build a pedestrian bridge for koalas.
Yeah, it's a wildlife pedestrian bridge. So koalas and kangaroos, because they are seen in that area.
Yeah.
So not only do you go to the Grand Prix, watch a Grand Prix, you can also probably touch up a koala.
That's right.
And a kangaroo. And they can sit up there and watch it, unfettered by your touchy hands.
Correct. We've had some koala experts come and check it out.
Environmental impact study.
Yep, and they have suggested that koalas don't always like climbing up. They don't like to be told what to do. So we are going to put a couple of signs with arrows for them.
Yeah, just guiding them.
Just helping them.
Just helping them out. And also we'll have earplugs for
the
wildlife. Yeah, so you and I both have to...
With the sunscreen. If they did want to dab up...
I've got special koala hats.
Yeah.
But earplugs are the main thing. Yeah. We have to put them into every kangaroo and koala's ears.
Yes, we do. We're going to be busy.
Mate, this isn't an easy job. You know, we've decided to take this on, and it's all hands on deck. If anyone else wants to, I'm sure there'll be a lot of people.
A lot of volunteers. We're going to ask for volunteers if they do want to be part of the...
If you already have chlamydia, you do the koalas.
Yep.
And, you know, I don't know what kangaroos...
Please wash your hands, because...
At least.
That is, it's rife in that population of koalas. And check out the track for yourself, the proposed Formula One Nerang GP track. It's on Twitter, it's on Instagram and Facebook as well. Great little track in the hinterland of the Gold Coast region in Australia. We're ditching Melbourne, it's gone. And it's Nerang all the way for 2020. Yeah. It's the little Battlers GP, so that's pretty awesome. We have to move on from... I'd love to talk about the Nerang GP all night with you, Luke, but we can't. There is a
Can you choose a C word?
Yep, there's a porthole that's opening up to Marseille, France. And we need to check out what world champion Kimi Räikkönen is doing right now.
What's the segment called?
It's called
At Home with Kimi.
Beautiful.
That was
really nice.
Something else.
A little porthole which opens up and lets us see exactly what Kimi Räikkönen is doing right now at this very moment in time. Can you see what's happening through that wormhole?
I think Kimi's about to walk inside somewhere.
Let's find out what's going on.
Okay, here we go. Kimi Räikkönen. That's me, world champion. Everybody loves me, even though I'm an asshole. They love me because I'm quirky and I don't say very much. But that's just me being an asshole. Okay, so, Moulin Rouge. Oh, this has got to be Moulin Rouge. All right, the burlesque club, eh? Yeah, okay. Gonna see some boobies today. Mm-hmm.
Welcome, monsieur. Welcome.
G'day, Kimi Räikkönen, world champion. How you going?
Very good, monsieur. Would
Yeah.
you like to take a seat?
Yeah. Somewhere the girls are. Okay, I'm gonna sit over here. I'm gonna sit right in the front. Okay? I'm Kimi Räikkönen. You probably can't understand what I'm saying. It's a strong accent. You got any vodka?
No, monsieur. We only have champagne and wine.
You got any pickle fish?
No pickled fish. We have frog's legs.
Oh, fucking hell. I just want some fucking vodka and pickled fish. That's all fine. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so, let's watch some pretty girls. Yeah.
No, monsieur. There is no girls in this show. This is a burlesque. It's not... there's no women.
What?
It's burlesque. There is only men.
What the fuck? What are you fucking talking about?
Don't worry, monsieur. I have got the finest men coming on stage
I am
for
with
you.
a fucking man on stage?
I will get you every drink you want, Mr. Bottas.
What the... What you fucking do? I'm not Mr. Bottas. I fucking keep it... Oh, hang on a minute. You what?
It's a free drink,
You
Mr.
said
Bottas.
Fridge... Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I'm Bottas.
Quick, bring out all the men for him.
Yeah, for me. Yeah, Valtteri Bottas. That's me. Hey, everybody, look at me. I'm Valtteri Bottas. Bring this up over here, okay? Oh, who's that on stage? Is that Alexander Albon up on stage doing a striptease?
Oui, monsieur, he's one of our finest lady boys.
Yeah, he's a good-looking guy. Lady. You know what? Yeah, I paid my money. I'm just going to watch him. He's got a great set of... He's got a nice ass.
Very good, monsieur. Enjoy the show.
Yeah, thanks very much. Yeah, it's great. Yeah, great.
And that was
At Home with Kimi. Alexander Albon at Moulin Rouge dancing for Kimi Räikkönen.
Maybe he's already on board with the Brendan Hartley thing and trying to get a job elsewhere.
Oh. He's expecting bad news, Albon.
Maybe.
He's honing his dance skills on stage, stripping. He does have a very nice
Is that a ping pong I saw flying out?
effeminate looking body. Very cute.
Adam Mifflin says Alexander Albon is cute
Very-
for a ladyboy.
Yep. Okay, so we need to do this other segment, which has popped up, which we love. It's Dude or Douchebag, Luke.
Dude or douchebag?
Is he a dude?
Dude or is he a douche?
Douchebag. We use our scientific formula that we've got here, and we figure out through science whether or not someone is a dude or a douchebag. And the next specimen up for inspection, please.
We just spoke of him. It's Alexander Albon.
Get out of town.
Yes.
Get out. What a coincidence.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to figure out if Alexander Albon is a dude or a douchebag. All right, Luke, let's hear your scientific argument.
Well, going off what I saw of him in Melbourne, I never had a really good chat with him. He seemed quite friendly, quite open, a little bit socially awkward, but I think, this new world of F1 and pressure is kind of new to him. He did really well in Formula 2. But yeah, I think he's not really he's not a douchebag. He's quite nice and kind. He's a bit of a pussy.
Well, that's not really an option, though, is it?
No.
Because it's not dude or douchebag or pussy.
Dude or douchebag or pussy.
Maybe a pussy.
Maybe
So somewhere...
it doesn't quite roll off the
So
tongue.
pussy has to sort of somehow fit between either dude or being a douchebag.
Right, I'm going to go dude.
He's going to go dude.
'Cause he's not a douchebag.
Okay. All right. I also had a chat with him at Melbourne. He's surprisingly tall. He's surprising. He's got to be a 6 foot.
Yeah.
Easy, I reckon. Well, Hulkenberg's tall. He's 6'1". He's 185 centimetres. He's the same height as we are. What are you, 185?
Yeah.
Yeah, same as me. So he's pretty tall. I'd say he's 185 centimetres. I think I mentioned he's tall.
But is he a dude or a
You can't
douchebag?
determine if someone's a dude or a douchebag just on their height alone.
Yeah, I think tall people are a dude.
Generally dudes. Short
Douchebags
people?
are the short
Yeah.
ones.
Yeah, those little guys. Like Villeneuve.
Oh, fuck me.
Little people. They're douchebags. No. So with Alexander Albon, he is very, very friendly. He's young, he's green, so he's new and fresh to Formula One. He's very excitable, so he's not, he hasn't turned into a Kimi or a Sebastian. He's not sour and angry. And yeah, I liked him. I like him, and I think he's a good driver. And I think the combination of having a Thai guy with the British accent is just the. It's a full house of.
Fuck, can you make your decision?
It's a full house of being a pussy, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, when you've got a British accent and you're from Thailand, that's. He's a dude. I love him. I like him. He's a dude. It's official.
Alexander Albon?
Albert, dude. Sorry, I took way too long.
A little bit of a
I
pussy.
got sidetracked. Before we go, is there anything you want to say before we talk about this spread that your amazing mother, Mrs. Luke, the number one effing one fan, she downloads this podcast everywhere she goes.
Yeah.
It's the reason we get...
She's contractually obliged now.
Yep.
Yeah. So I do have one thing to say. You know you're an F1 fan when you're walking through a busy street, especially if you're in France, especially if you're French, and someone bumps into you or walks in front of you or is walking slowly. And what do? You call your mum to complain.
Yeah.
That's when you know you're an F1 fan. Mummy, someone just walked into the side of me. Mummy, he was too dangerous coming in front of me.
I love it.
Mummy, oh fucking hell.
Yeah.
So that's when you know you're an F1 fan.
Yep. Nicely done, sir. Thank you for the spread, Mrs. Luke. Is she still touring in the camper van?
She is. She's down in Kalbarri now.
Kilbarry.
Yeah.
What a great spot.
It's
Have you
a
been to
beautiful spot.
Kilbarry?
I have.
Yeah, I've been there.
Drove through there.
Beautiful. I love the red earth. It's so red.
And then
It's-
the ocean.
It's like a desert, but it's just really, really red. And then suddenly the drop off to the ocean is crystal blue. It's such a
Turquoise.
contrast between the turquoise, beautiful, clear water, and there's no one there. Like there's no one there for as far as the eye can see. It's just pretty magic. Well, that's nice. And she's still post packing all this food in.
Yep.
It's beautiful.
Yeah. Fantastic. What have we got?
She's got a full French chef's oven in that little... Because she's got some beautiful pastries here. She's got baguettes, croissants, snails, escargot. She's got some...
Definite frog's legs.
cheval.
Cheval. The fuck is cheval?
Horse. Have you not tried horse before?
No, I've
The way
tried.
the French do it.
I've tried deer.
Yeah,
That was nice.
it's not quite as weird,
Tried
is
that
it?
in Germany.
I would eat deer, and I did eat horse,
Oh dear.
and it's chewy. It's not great.
No, my deer was good. Maybe he had fucked horse.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
a Hmong horse.
I think it might have been a racehorse. Like they're basically all muscle and chewy.
Yeah. Ooh.
Yeah.
Well, at least they're doing something with a racehorse once they kill him.
Well, that's true. And is there lamb? I don't see any lamb.
It's actually those frog's legs have been impaled into a lamb souffle kind of thing.
Oh, yeah, very nice. With a nice little crust top, a little pastry top.
Just crack through the frog's legs.
Just beautiful.
Magnifique.
Magnifique.
Bon appétit.
Oh, je suis heureux de vous voir. Merci beaucoup, monsieur. This has been très, très fantastic to
Très
talk
bien.
to you with you. And we look forward to seeing you soon. The F1 podcast. Check out the Twitter.
Twitter, Instagram,
Facebook.
You should check out everything that's French. Because
French.
they are cheese-eating slender monkeys.
Yes, fuck you, cheesy monkey. Thanks, Luke.
Thank you.
Bye.